Hey, what is going on guys? Zebrix here, bringing you another LEGO news video, and today we have a lot of news to cover, as 12 potential new LEGO sets got leaked today, including a brand new Ultimate Collector Series Star Wars set, and even LEGO Legend of Zelda. So stay tuned to hear all about it, and without further ado, let's get right into the article. The article was written by Max Bornick on promobricks and then translated into English automatically, so if anything seems a bit off, that's probably why. I will leave it linked in the description below if you'd like to check it out for yourself. Info on these sets comes from a Eurobrick user named Jean Grey Forever, and they claim to have been surveyed on potential upcoming LEGO sets, and they were asked to submit what they would be willing to pay for each set. This survey also included preliminary images of these products in their unfinished and early forms. I cannot show you the pictures, but they are out there if you know where to look. The article also stressed that just because these sets were included in the survey does not necessarily mean that they'll be releasing soon, or ever, really. These could be purely conceptual and get scrapped entirely. And before we begin, I want to say that none of this information is from LEGO directly, and as such should be taken with a grain of salt. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's get right into the article and start looking at the sets that were included in this survey. So first up we have Snow White's house, and this set is said to be very similar to the one that didn't pass through on ideas, so if you were looking forward to that set, there's a possibility of it still coming out. It's said to include all 7 dwarves and a minifigure of Snow White, and that's a really big deal to anyone who's a fan of Disney princesses, but isn't necessarily a fan of the style of mini dolls introduced in the LEGO Friends and Disney Princess lines. This set is also said to have around 2,500 pieces and be between $200 and $325, and the most likely price is said to be $250. Now this would make for a really great 100 Years of Disney set, and I do think that there's a pretty good chance that this comes out later this year. Next up we have Maleficent and the Dragon, and this is based on Disney's 1959 movie Sleeping Beauty. And this set is said to be more of a diorama piece similar to the Star Wars sets in that it has a quote at the bottom, and Maleficent's dragon form is completely brick built, and honestly does not look very organic from the leaked pictures, but that is subject to change. This set is said to have 1,250 pieces and be between $80 and $130, but most likely landing at around $100 US. Next up we have Simba from The Lion King, and this set actually really surprised me. I think that it's not something that anyone was necessarily looking for, but the leaked pictures of it look absolutely perfect. I'm not even that big of a Lion King fan, but I think that they really nailed Simba's look, so be on the lookout for pictures of this one floating around the internet. They're said to be 1,353 pieces and will most likely be $100. Next up is another Disney character, Donald Duck, being built in a very similar style to the Mickey and Minnie that have came out before. He is standing on a piece of film reel and has his classic blue sailor outfit on, and it has around 1,000 pieces and will most likely retail for $100. Next we have one that is maybe the most exciting one on the entire list, being the Deku Tree from Legend of Zelda. And this is said to be a 2-in-1 set, being able to be in either its Ocarina of Time form or its Breath of the Wild form. And pictures of both are around the internet in various locations. It is said to include 1,920 pieces and most likely will retail for $250 United States. Next up we have LEGO Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr. And if you're excited for Rivendell, then you'll probably be even more excited for this, as it's going to come in at 83 centimeters tall. It is said to include 4,000 pieces and will most likely retail for $400. It should come with Sauron, various orcs, Sam and Frodo, as well as more minifigures. After that we have the LEGO Medieval Village, which is basically a successor to the Medieval Marketplace from the old castle line. And this set fits right in line with the most recent giant LEGO castle from last year, and if you have that set, this one's going to be right up your alley. It also includes the LEGO goat mold, which will be a huge draw for many people when this set releases. It is said to include 3,200 pieces and most likely will retail for around $240. Next up we have an Ultimate Collector Series version of the Burrow from Harry Potter. Now this set is said to include all of the Weasley characters and is said to be around $250 with 2,388 pieces in it. I think that this set will sell remarkably well because it'll be a high quality LEGO collector's piece without being over $400 or $500 like most of the other expensive LEGO Harry Potter sets. Next up we have another LEGO Harry Potter set being the Sorting Hat, and this set is built in a very similar style to the Hedwig and Phoenix sets in that it has a little base at the bottom and then the main build on top of it. It also reminds me a lot of the helmet series from LEGO Star Wars and Marvel. And this set will be around $80 to $130, but most likely land at $100, and the amount of pieces in this set is unknown at this time. Here's the one you've all been waiting for, the Ultimate Collector Series Jabba's Sail Barge. Now this set is said to include around 6,500 pieces and will most likely be around $500. And this could be the first time that we see the Hutt Slayer Leia in over a decade, so that could be really exciting to anyone who's wanted that figure before. But there's also a decent chance that it's not included, so for now we'll just have to wait and see. It's said to be about 60 centimeters long, so it's looking like it'll be a big model. There is a leaked picture going around right now, but the set looks kind of small and not very detailed for its size, so that's why I'm saying to take the leaked pictures with a grain of salt, and that the final models will most likely look much better. Up next we have kind of an odd one, being Gotham City for LEGO Batman, but it's said to be much like the Vincent van Gogh Starry Night set in that it will be a three-dimensional art piece featuring layered buildings from Gotham, as well as the bat symbol hanging in the sky and Gotham written out of bricks in the front of it. This set will include 3,238 pieces and will most likely retail for $300. That sounds like an awful lot for an art piece that'll hang on the wall. But it should also include minifigures of Batman, Joker, Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, and Phantasm from the Batman animated series, so that is very exciting. Next up we have a large LEGO Marvel set being the X-Mansion. Now this set is supposed to be about 21 inches wide and around 6 inches deep, so it's going to be pretty large, and it looks like it will have a large open back to it so you can play on the inside of it. Now there's supposed to be at least 9 minifigures included, being Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, Beast, Mystique, Sabretooth, and Emma Frost. There's going to be 3,122 pieces, and it will most likely retail for $300 United States. Well, that's all the news that I have for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do any of these sets excite you? If you could choose one set off this list to get, what would you choose and why? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to share this video around with people that might want to know about upcoming LEGO sets before they get announced. And be sure to subscribe so you can get news on these sets as it comes out with more time. I'm Zebrix, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya!